Video preview.
Hello, my name is Sam Mullen, and I'm from Sega of America, and today we're here with Rise of Nightmares. A lot of people have seen a lot of the footage from E3, which is, it's essentially a melee zombie bashing game. But today we're going to introduce you to some of the other features of the game, the other components of the title. The game starts out basically there's a young man and his wife. They're traveling through Europe and trying to kind of reconnect with each other. But one of this in this beginning scene, the couple have sort of a little argument, which kind of sets off the events in the story.
Josh, you're hiding booze in your jacket. I take my eyes off of you for. When I asked you to cut back on the drinking, I didn't mean you should start hiding it. Look, I hate sounding like a nagging wife, but I've been putting up with this for 5 years. When do you grow up? I want to make this work, Josh, but I can't with you at the bottom of a bottle. Don't! I can't do this right now.
Kate. Kate, hold on. God, I'm an idiot.
So as Josh proceeds to this initial stage where he's walking through this train that's traversing Eastern Europe, he's going to meet various characters, various local people that'll kind of affect his affect the story later on. Various gestures you use in games, such as opening sliding doors and interacting with the environment.
What the hell?
Looks like your Sotsiwara wrote you a message.
Sorry, I got angry. I'm not myself lately. Meet me in the dining car. Love, Kate.
So, basic navigation in the game is performed by placing your foot out in front of you. That causes you to walk forward. And to turn, you'll rotate your shoulders left and right to kind of guide your character where he wants to go. When you want to interact with an object, you'll extend your arm out, which will bring up the pointer, and you just put it on top of whatever the icon is there, and then often you have to perform a gesture to interact with that object.
Attenzie la traversaria entre i vagoni.
Конечно, иди. Моя сестра ничего не скажет. Таша? Саша?
In this scene, he's going to have to crouch under the twins here to get under them.
Are you going to the raid too? He's too old. That's rude.
There is just so alt wie mein Vater.
So these four youths here are on a they're an international kind of group of kids who have heard about this rave on the internet, and they're on a trip to go find this rave, which ultimately doesn't turn out to be exactly what they're expecting.
Sorry. These old Soviet rail cars buck like Shropshire ponies. Right. Well, I'm sure I'll see you around.
So there's lots of things. So the game is not on rails, as some people seem to think. It's actually full free-range roaming, and so if you just kind of keep walking straight, you often miss like little side things, items on the side, hidden collectibles that you have to pick up to unlock achievements and whatnot. So it's important that you're constantly looking around, stopping, exploring the environment around you.
Sir, I must see your ticket. You can't pass without your ticket.
You want to find your wife? Sit. This will help. Flip the card. Go on. This card is your past. The lovers. This is very good. You love your wife very much, and she loves you. This is the present. Go on, turn it. The Fool. This is your problem. Somewhere you have lost your way. Don't worry. We still have your future. No. Nu. Nu. E mai grav decât am crezut. He comes for you. It may be already too late.
Something ominous going on here. The fortune teller predicts that an alchemist is out to get you.
Pay her no mind. These fortune tellers always predict doom and gloom, but nothing comes of it.
Kate?
Oh no, it's no problem. The funds will be in start by midweek. Do you mind? The school is private, yeah?
So here it's asking that you sidestep the character. So as you can see, when he sidestepped in the game, he actually sidestepped in the game as well.
What the?
So this large monster here is apparently has captured your wife and appears to be walking away with her.
Ernst! Ernst! Stilkaj tu! Brute pune nimente faceasta!
So this is how the game stage is set. You have an argument with your wife. She walks off, and when you find her, has been essentially abducted by this huge monster, and then your train is derailed into this cursed forest in the middle of Eastern Europe. And so at this point, the character just has to. He's trying to find his wife. What happened to his wife?
Damn it!
Even during the cutscenes, the player has control over the camera. He can rotate his shoulders left and right to kind of angle the camera how he wants. If he looks up, with his face, the camera will angle up. If he looks down, the camera will angle down as well.
Whoa! Damn! Didn't think I was.
So here the train is starting to kind of come to pieces and starting to vibrate. So here the player has to maintain balance with his body to make sure he doesn't fall off the crumbling train.
Okay. Okay. Gotta move it. The train's not gonna hold.
Here he's having to run for the last leg of the train here before it crumbles. So after being captured by the insane doctor, Josh is on his way out of the castle trying to kind of escape and find a way out, and he ends up in this sort of underground area here where he's trying to figure out what to do. In this scene right here, the player will kind of swat these skulls aside to find this bone handle hidden underneath. Right there, he just kicked the box open and picked up the weapon. Ito-san here is he's left-handed, so you'll notice he picked up the weapon with his left hand, and thus he's holding it in the game with his left hand. This is a water-filled corridor, so to make it across, he's going to actually have to swim across it to get to the end of the hallway. It recognizes all kinds of different kinds of swimming. So right here we have one of the initial boss battles. You'll notice that these ballerinas here look familiar from some characters we met on the train. That's because those ballerinas were unfortunately captured by the Doctor and transformed into these undead ballerinas, as it were.
Just let me see. Please. Does that hurt? If you were a real gentleman, you would die first.
So right there, sometimes the boss monsters will attack you with these special attacks that you actually have to duck and dodge and step back from. And if you don't do it in time, they'll hit you and you'll take a lot of damage.
Let's stop this fight.
Combo attack here. So right there in the bottom of the screen, his weapon started flashing red. So if you use the same weapon too much, your weapon will actually eventually break, which makes so you have to keep constantly looking for new weapons, and you can't just hold on to the weapon that you like, because eventually it's going to run out. So you've got to constantly know where the weapons are, know where to find the best weapons, and keep swapping them out constantly.
You'll see what makes us great. Now I'll show
So this is the courtyard scene. The player has successfully escaped essentially the clutches of the Doctor, but he still hasn't found his wife, and he's kind of walking around the castle grounds looking for where his wife is. So in this game, basically, it's when you want to fight enemies, you're going to hold your fists up in front of you. That'll keep you locked onto the enemy. It'll also allow you to block if the enemy attacks you. Like he blocked by just holding his arms up. So basically, if you're constantly attacking, the enemies will hit you because you can't block and attack at the same time. So it's important to kind of attack and block a little bit, attack and block a little bit. This enemy right here grabbed and jumped on top of the player, so he kicked her off to get her off of him. Some of the enemies in this game, the enemies are essentially reanimated corpses, pieced together by the Doctor's kind of alchemic and his science, as it were. And so if you hit the enemies on the metal part, on their metal parts, it does less damage, and it actually wears out your weapon quicker. So it's important to hit them on the fleshy parts to save your weapon and do as much damage as possible. Right here, he's using the auto feature, the auto movement feature. If you hold your arm up to the right, you'll be able to automatically move to the next objective point. But it doesn't always get you to exactly where you need to go. So sometimes you do have to kind of go around and search. So you can't rely on that to do everything for you.
He was my boss. Complete basket case. He put me in here. I can help you get your wife back.
Right here, we have one of the key characters. He's locked in this shed here. His name's Marcosius. He's employed by the Doctor, but his At this point in the game, his function isn't really made clear yet. It's the first time the player is meeting him.
Why are you just standing there? We need that key.
Obviously, those metal parts are not a problem if you just chop them off with your weapon. So that's one way of getting rid of those parts of the enemy's body. But you just simply chop them off. Thank you for watching our demo of Rise of Nightmares. It is coming out September 6th exclusively for Kinect on Xbox 360.